In the Old Testament, God the Father is never written. The Spirit of God needed a perfect human Son in whom all of God could indwell before he could be called God the Father. So God became God the Father when the Son of God was born. So the fullness of the Godhead lived in the man Jesus. Colossians 2:9 states that, "For in him dwelleth all the fullness of the Godhead bodily." So God is a spirit, and in the book of John chapter 24, it says that God is a spirit, and only by the power of the Spirit can people worship him as he really is. So the book of Numbers chapter 23 verse 19 says that God is not a man. So this means that Jesus as a man is not God, but the fullness of God that is dwelling in him makes him God. Jesus Christ was God coming down to the level of mankind by dwelling in a single man. So we go back again to the book of Colossians chapter 2 verse 9, that the fullness of God dwells bodily in Christ, meaning that God can manifest in human form while remaining essentially spirit. God becomes man without ceasing to be God. And that is why we see that Jesus in the New Testament kept on going to pray to God. In the book of Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6, it says, For unto us a child is born, unto us a child is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, Everlasting Father, and the Prince of Peace. So here, the child is given 4 divine titles for one Messiah. Wonderful Counselor, wonderful beyond our understanding. Counselor signals perfect wisdom, and we see that evidently in the New Testament with how Jesus handles cases, how he handles the Pharisees and the Sadducees, how he gives the parables, how he teaches the disciples. And in Ephesians 4:23 says, Christ becomes the inner guide of the soul, the one who enlightens. So Mighty God is the second title, and it's a title only used exclusively for Yahweh in Isaiah. The child bears God's own name and power, the embodiment of divine power in human form. Again, Colossians 2:9.